Hello guys, welcome back to the Tech Marvel channel. We are in the second session for on the web stories. Web stories is one of the best tool for to increasing your website traffic. So as we can see that when you are just search in Google web stories, there is two things is coming here. So that is in a web stories Google for creator, web stories for Makestories.io. Okay, so as per my experience which I'm going through with my websites and all, so I used both the tools for my website. So in the previous video I shown you how to do it on the Makestories.io. So here it is, and one more is a web story is from the Google. So as per my concern, the web stories Google is good for somewhat in some time, and but the design factors and the template factors does not be that suitable as the Makestories. Okay, so if I go to the Makestories onto here, so as the tool gets started, so this is a one options where we just publish our web stories from the Makestories.io, where we have to connect our DNS server with our website. So automatically it will be get connected. So if you are in the Cloudflare, so you can try out over here. If you go to the Cloudflare, you just go to the Cloudflare and log in, and how to set up the Cloudflare DNS, it's very easy. So this is very important, and the last time in the comments someone asked me that how to set up the this Cloudflare setting. So you have to go to the domain setting, so you have to check out here, general setting. When you are doing a sign up, so it will ask for setting a Cloudflare. So I already set up my Cloudflare DNS server here, that you can see aviation.jetlandmarvel.net, but I am suggesting you to not to go on to this kind of a setting over here, DNS server setting. So as you can see, if I log in here, so it will take me to the Cloudflare. Okay, why I'm just telling you to not to get this kind of the website onto the first, the name is here, that's a webstories.jetlandmarvel.net. so I'm suggesting you to not to go on to this, because when you submitting to the Google search console, it will not accept this kind of a link. Okay, so that's the reason I switched back to my website, WordPress website plugin, where I installed the Makestories and I started releasing the web stories over from there. Okay, so if I open the Cloudflare, you can see this one. So as you start registering your Makestories step by step here, you have to go to the sign up. So once you go to the sign up, so things, it will take you onto this, because I'm already signed in, so it will not, I don't need to register again. So if I go to again over here, so if I take the Makestories onto this, so if I do the sign up, so it will take me a different steps of registration process. So either I can go with anything here, sign up with the Apple, sign up with the email, or sign up with the Google. So I just tell you to go with the sign up with the Google. It's very easy. So once you open the browser of your own, so automatically it will get connected. So this was my first beginning onto starting up with the Makestories. I did with the same over here, like this. Okay, and later on I found that the link what been connected with the DNS server, that's not appropriate for the setting of the things which is not expecting, which comes to the Google search console. Okay, so this is how the Cloudflare looks. So once you set up here, okay, so you just have to go to this domain here. So after that you have to go to the DNS setting. In DNS setting you have to make changes over here. So you have to put your server name, which is new server, which is been pointing to the new web link, that's lug we call it as. So there it is connecting to your web stories. Okay, this is the one story where you can publish your web stories from directly from Makestories.io with connecting with this select domain. Okay, so if your website is not on the WordPress, or even if it is in the WordPress, still you can make this select domain with you can connect it, but make sure that it should come after the jetlinemarvel.net. Later it should come web stories, not before this, so it will not expect this kind of a changes in the search Google. So now we coming back to this Makestories. Over here I'm in the dashboard right now, so quickly I'll just take you to the plugin section. In the plugin sections, you have to go here in the plugin section and just type over here add new. So if I type web stories, this, see here, web stories is been displaying here. This is from the Google. From the Google they have developed, and really it is a really good, but as per my concern, and my website has loaded with a lot of articles and loaded with a lot of content, and that is the reason I'm not getting the template of web stories. That is one of the big disadvantages I have been seeing in this. And also there is no the designed template over here, so that was been lacking onto this. And I tried this web stories for 4-5 days, and I've been published some articles and some web stories from here, but I'm not happy with this plugin. So I just went to the next Makestories for Google Web Stories. I selected this and I've been installed, and I've been activated this plugin, and this is really helping me out with developing the web stories. But I'm not discouraging the web stories. If you are interested, you can try with the web stories, but in my concern, I tried with the Makestories for Google. It's a really good tool which is helping to the web stories. So coming back to this Google, Makestories. So in the left side you can see, once you install this stuff, where you can see then the left side Makestories, you just go to the Makestories, open it. I close this Cloudflare, and Cloudflare is something where you can just put your website that help you to boost your speed, and that even help you to maintain your cloud datas of your website. That is really good for website. So if you are new to the web developments and also you try to install this, put your website over here. It is a free of cost, but when you are exceeding some of the space which you are expecting more from the traffic or something, so that you have to upgrade your services. So you can take the premium service from the Cloudflare. Cloudflare is really good, so you can try with your website to park here. So coming back to this Makestories web dashboard, so as you can see, there is a many stories have been published, and my niche is about the aviation and aerospace. I'm working on this from 7 years on the same domain. So so really it is really important to maintain your proper niche, and don't go to the switching one to another and another. So that would not make you sense on the website growing. So better to be stick with your right niche and the right audience from the global. Okay, so as you can see, there is a settings on to the left and right. So I just go to this first story, view story here. As you can see, I have just developed onto this. How to set up this, how to editing on this, I have been shown in the last section of the video, how to publish this. And one advantage is what we get in this Makestories section is that, so you don't need to connecting a name server here, because when you are doing from the website like this, so because you have to connect with the DNS server connecting, which has been coming to the Cloudflare and all. But when you are installing the plugin in a WordPress, so you don't need to connecting a DNS name server. So automatically the plugin from setting, it will take you to the name server, and it will be done automatically. So you don't need to do that. And after that, when the web stories get connecting and when it is a publishing, so automatically so this will be shown here, web stories, Jetline Marvel / web stories. Okay, so this is how it will be displayed. Okay, so that's how this article will be shown here. Okay, coming back to here, I just taken onto the template. As you can see my cursor in the left side, so there is a template and a workspace. So in the public there is a various templates are here, so you can choose any of the template, and the theme selections you can do it. So if I select this theme, so appropriate design and colors I can see in the left side, so that I apply it onto the every page. Okay, so in my sections I just put the text here, and I make sure these texts are just less than the 200 words, and which also be concerned to within the design specific positions, and don't overcrowd here. And what is the important sections are there, that only you need to add. And one more thing is here, you can link your articles from add CTA. So once you add CTA, if you do it, you just have to link the article. Okay, so this is also another way of developing your traffic from the links or from the web stories, and I'll show you after some time of how we getting the traffic from the web stories. So after this end of this, and make it 12 slide, and the end you can put it on one more slide, pick out any one page over here, and read more. You just have to write here read more and put your final website and link to this this CTA. Okay, so that's done for here. Very quickly and very fast you can do with this server, and it should be if you have a good internet speed, so you can develop quickly this all the Makestories. And after this I just have to go to here and publish stories. As I can see, there is a published stories are here. So if I want to make any changes, I just go to the edit details, so where I can update the stuff over here. And edit setting, if I go here, as you can see, there is the left corner. So I'm just going here publish. So already this article is published. So if there is want to change any small edit details, so I can do it here in the category side. If I don't have any small editing over here, so then I'll go to the left corner down, so where I can see here setup publisher, meta tags, story validation, and setup analytics. Okay, so where it is there all meta tags. I use a lot of meta tags here. I done some research onto the some keywords over here, so according to that I have been putting this. And the second thing is that I just given some kind of a short description onto the web stories. This is really important for your web stories. That is also helping out. And publishing date, it's a very important. When it is been published, automatically it will be get refreshed from the Google server. Then I'm going to the story validation. It should be within the context, within the some of the words which is been expecting from there, and you can all the alternate text and all, set up analytics and all. Okay, so I'm just going back to the backstories here again. So this is how the web stories looks like. Then I'm coming back to this main dashboard. Okay, so here a lot of stuffs are there in the left side. The options are, we can see the stories which you are been published right now, means which is been in your basket. That is the one. Stories published which is been published already. Okay, that is the one. Analytics, we will go on to this analytics after this. General settings, so whatever the general settings are there, this is the kind of a default setting which you can do it over here. So default setting means it will be helpful for you when you are publishing article quickly. So it will take you over here, so you just have to save the details. Okay, then brand logo, you put your brand favicon and this thing. So my category is media and entertainment. So I not changed anything typography. I just left it as it is, because I don't want to get the problem with the Google Search Console once I publish the article. Then again analytics, I didn't put any analytics here. If you want, you can put your analytics to track your all the data and traffic and where it is been coming from, and also you can work on that the region, where if it is coming from the US, then you can find out some US news and everything, so you can publish it over there. Okay, next is the branding. So the same thing, typography, analytics and all, you can check it out. And the social media, this is really good. You can apply the social medias as well, so that will be helping you to linking your thread. Then the Google AdSense over here. So this is the AdSense which has been published, so that is also you can use it and just apply to all the stories there. You can do it. And the bulk updates, if there is any bulk update which you are want to do it, you can do it. And even still, if you want to select in the other website, as I said it, which I had done on previously on Makestories over here, aviation.jetlandmarvel.net, if I want to publish it from this DNS server, I can publish it from here. Then again, the designs and all that you can set up default as it is. And even subscription also it is there. If you if you want to send your emails to your subscribers, so you can do it. Then the fonts, scheduled stories, deleted stories, and the member. Okay, so that's it all for here now. So we'll go into the analytics side now. So I'll show you some internal analytics of my Google web stories. So this is a very short analytics. As you can see, there is a news I have published on the Emirates. There have been published some fighter jets. Okay, so my niche is aerospace and airline industry, so I just focus on that type of the stuff, and also travel industry we focus. So I can see there is a huge number of the views we are getting. So if I go back to this Google search console, so that is also we get a good traffic from this, and this is actually proven that how you can lead to your stories. Okay, so and again when I'm coming back to this my dashboard, to my website dashboard, as you can see there is also some articles is just pushing from getting into the traffic. Over here in the left you can see in this the small number of the traffic is just progressing now. Okay, after some time it will come onto the good views from the internet. Okay, so this is how it will be done. And if you are just interested to making a web stories, make sure you find a right news, and also you find something which has been trending in the Google. So for that you need to have to go to here Google Trends. Okay, so Google Trends, you can go and you select which of the region you are focusing. That is a very important here, which of the region you are focusing. It's a world or somewhere that you can write it on into this. So the top news over here. Okay, so top news, what are the top news over here in India or in Western or any countries, you can pick it onto this. There you can write about the trending searches. Okay, so this is trending searches over here. So we can see there is a lot of news are there which has been searched a lot of time, 50k searches like that. So make sure which area you are searching. So it's India, so it's showing in India. So I just want to go to some other articles or from USA, so I just go to the United States and the last one, United States. So you can see there is a lot of news is there. So if you are from the sports side, then you will have so many of news which you can publish over right now. So like another idea, you can write it on this web stories on related sports. So if some sports has been played season wise in some countries, like football, like cricket, like rugby, like baseball, like some kind of a sports where it is been played, and you can publish that related articles and the news and also the results of that sports, and you can write up some internal the progress of the team and how they are been planning for the next fight. So like that, if you write it, means the people will really like your web stories, and there is so many people are there, they are the big fan of the sports, that you can also write it. And if you are good in the technology side, again you can write it on the technological side. Okay, okay, so here if you write in the technology side, even you can focus on any areas and all, financial technology. It's a lot of things is there which you have to be explore onto this, the area wise you can select. Okay, so it depends on you how you are going to select it. And one more very interesting things which I can tell you onto this. So if you are not getting what kind of a news, if you are want to publish, you just have to go to the news and type it. Okay, then just check it out, some Google News which is here, and also go to the news. So you can see some trending news onto the top of the list. Okay, so that you can take any of the news and publish it very quickly and very easily, you can do it. I hope you understood about today's session about the Makestories. So my just I just want to refresh my 3 takeaways for today's video. The first thing is that you can create your web stories without going into the WordPress. Okay, that's what the Makestories. You can just log in here and just enter your DNS server and just make your web stories from here directly, which has been published in behalf of your website. The next one is that going with the 2 plugins, web stories and Makestories here. So I've just picked out the Makestories onto this instead of the web stories, because Makestories has a lot of sense which is making the design, and that is quickly a bit done, and also it will be very elegant by seeing. Okay, that is the second takeaway. And third takeaways is like to finding the news which is being published and which has been trending in the Google, that you can pick it out. And also you will get Twitter news as well if you are not getting any kind of news, proper news on top something. So most of the people would come and like, you know, who do the lot of discussion on to this Twitter. So that is also, you can see the Twitters over here, so we can find out any related stuff. And that's it for now. And one more last suggestion for you all, the Makestories maker. So always try to maintain your the best quality and write your own and spend your little time onto this. It may take you some 5 to 10 minutes or to do this web stories, but make sure you just have to publish your best quality articles or the web stories. Okay, just don't do copy paste and everything. And also you will have some option of spinning your articles and all, and just spin it and make sure it should not be duplicated, and also use the right images as appropriate for the web stories. Okay, and thanks for watching for now, and we'll see you again with another Makestories websites. Okay, so we'll have another tips on coming time. Okay, thanks for watching, stay tuned, goodbye.